Well, it's coronavirus time of the year. Ugh. And we're stuck at home, and me and Spike and my wife have been just working on the RV, doing some things to it, making little changes. And one of the things I did, I bought a wind generator. It's a 2,000 watt. It's kind of big, and I saw this. This is a Sportsman generator. It's a 1,000 watt inverter. It was on like a super deal at Home Depot for like $209. So I thought, well, I'm gonna give it a shot and see what it looks like. So Spike, hop down. There we go. So let's just open it up and see what it looks like. Watch out, Spike. Got a knife here. Watch out, Spike. I got a knife. Spike doesn't know about knives, so we don't want him to find out either. And here it is, so far. Piece of cardboard. Oh, it's a box inside of a box. This thing is not too heavy. Okay, here it is. Let's see. It says it's a Sportsman inverter generator, gasoline powered, 40cc engine, half a gallon fuel tank, 0.55 gallons actually. It says it'll run for 6.3 hours at a 50% load. It's got one 120 volt outlet for AC and one 12 volt outlet for DC. So let's just open up this box and see what we got. Alright. The requisite instruction manual. Oh, this is neat. It comes with cables here. For 12 volt it looks like. Yeah, it's got a nice looking little screwdriver. I would say it's magnetic because there's a piece of metal stuck to the tip of that. Let me put it over here. So there's a nice little red screwdriver. And it has, wow, look at that. Spare no expense. A paper funnel. I haven't seen a paper funnel in a long time. They used to have those at gas stations a long time ago. And then it's got the 12 volt cables. You plug that into that 12 volt outlet, you can charge a 12 volt car battery. And it's got a spark plug wrench that goes on the screwdriver, like that. Okay. Let's just see. Well, there it is. Let's see. Bag really stinks. That really smells. Okay. So, what you need me to do? Turn that sideways. Gotta get a camera view for the camera person there. So it says it's a Sportsman inverter generator, 1,000 max watts, 800 running wattage. Quiet operation, it's a sine wave, and this is a clean and stable voltage.
Reliable power.
Reliable power. What else does it say?
For sensitive electronics.
Okay, so there it is. It's not real big. I mean, that's what I was liking about this, because we can put it behind the seat in the RV if we have to. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get a measuring stick. Alright, so let's see, it goes straight to the top of it. Looks like it's about 12.5 inches high. Well, I think the box actually has the dimensions on it, but that's the box dimensions. Okay, so it's about 12.5 inches high, and it looks like it's about a little less than 16 inches wide, this way, and the width of it, wow, it's like less than 7.5 it looks like, so it's very narrow. And it's very light. I mean, look at that one hand just picking it up. And it's got a gas cap up here with the on-off. Let's see if there's a fuel filter. Yeah, it's got a fuel filter in here. Got the little fuel filter sleeve inside the gas tank. And it's got a on-off valve on the gas tank cap. And let's see. It looks like to get to the spark plug, I'll need to use a wrench, or a screwdriver. I mean, it's got a screw right here. And on the front of it, it has a power, it's rubber coated, like a little soft rubber. So it's got an on-off switch. It's got an eco on or off, output LED overload, and an oil alert. And then this is where you plug in that 12-volt cable. It just plugs in like that. It's kind of an odd-shaped plug. So that plugs in there. It's got a, what's this, on-off, I guess, push on or off. Oh, DC circuit breaker. So if that trips, you have a DC circuit breaker. And you got a ground right here. It only has one outlet, but that's all you really can use. It only makes, 800 running watts. And that's it. On the other side, the exhaust port for the muffler. And oh, on this side here, this is interesting. It's got a right here's your choke lever and a little primer bulb. You mash this to pump fuel into it to prime it. So you have a primer, a choke, and then down here's a run switch, running off. Let's see. It says add oil before you do it. Okay, so it's just a simple, right here, it's just a simple run or not run. So there it is. I'm going to fill it up with oil tomorrow and take it out and break it in and make a video of it running. But boy, that exhaust port, that's a little teeny tiny hole right there. I mean, it's about 1/4 of an inch. I mean, that's a tiny, my finger is bigger than the exhaust port. It's pretty small, but it's what it needs, So let's see, it says it's got a rated RPM speed of 5,000 RPMs. And yeah, fill oil to lower line. Okay, so we'll do that tomorrow, and we'll make a video of it running. Oh, it says use 10W30. I got 30 weight oil, so I'll have to use some different oil in it. I didn't know how to use 1030, but anyway, there it is. Real nice, lightweight. Look at that one hand, man. I'm not even that strong of a guy. There it is. Thanks for watching, and we'll get it broke in tomorrow and hook it up to my RV and watch it run my air conditioner, because I have a special air conditioner that this will enable me to run my AC in my Class B motorhome. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Bye. Stay safe too. See ya. Well, we're going to start the break-in procedure. First thing I have to do is put some oil in it. I took the side cover off. There's 4 little screws, and I removed those. So there's the cover off, and here's the oil fill. This thing only uses like 7.5 ounces of oil, which is pretty little. Small amount of oil, but it's a small motor. And I got this neat little funnel set up for my son-in-law. It's going to take 7.5 ounces is like 211 milliliters. So this thing only holds 150. So I'm going to do 115. Just give me a little extra, because it says that you might have to use maybe 10 ounces on the first time, the first fill up. Let's see. Okay, I should have that set up already. So let's see. Oh boy. Well, that's 100 and 145 right there. 145. I need 230. So
70 more.
I'll need 70 more after this. So I'm going to just squirt this in here. The neat thing about doing it this way with a plunger, a syringe, is I can actually see it going in. There we go. Alright. So I need 70 more, right?
You had 155?
I had 145.
145, that's 55. Plus, what do you need to have?
230.
45, yeah, 75 more.
75 more. Okay. I can hear my neighbor trying to start his golf cart right now. Okay, here we go. All right, and that was a syringe, by the way, too. Okay, let's see. Now I got a little dipstick here. Okay, that looks good. Okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and just put the cover back on it because I want to see how it sounds, and I think the cover will make it quieter, kind of act as a little bit of a sound attenuator. So that's that. Next thing, put a cap on that in case it gets knocked over. The next thing I'm going to do is put some fuel in it. So I'm going to take this and put it down here on the ground. I bought one of these gas cans with this type of a filler on it because they have all these new safety fillers, and this one actually has worked the best of any of them that I've had, because all you have to do is just push that button right there like that instead of having to try to press down and all that other stuff. So we're not going to put a lot of fuel in here. Actually, I might put some. I have to run it for the break-in. I have to run it for about 5 hours and then change the oil. But I need to run it for like 20 hours on the break-in process. So we're going to do that. Okay, put the cap on it. Okay, so to start this thing, first thing you have to do, you have to turn on the petcock right here. Put that to the on position. You have to open up this, the gas cap. It's got a vent, so you have to open that. You have to prime it right here. Push this little bubble until it gets fuel. Okay, so it's got fuel in it. Next thing is turn off the economy, turn on the inverter. I mean, the ignition, basically. There's nothing plugged into it.
What about this lever on the side?
Okay.
This one be...
Yeah. Now this is the choke.
Yeah.
So we got everything ready to go. Next thing I do is I put the choke on it and give it a tug. It says I need to let it run for 5 minutes to warm up. that, just out of curiosity, I know this is not the best decibel meter on a cell phone. I got the wind blowing out here. I mean, you can see it's really windy. Yeah, I put it on the economy mode. I'm about 6 foot away from it, and it says it's like 62 decibels or so, which is like a sound of a conversation. Let's step back a little bit further. Okay, 48 to 52 or so. Alright, that's not too bad. It's a nice little quiet generator. The real test is going to see how it performs when I hook it up to something. So I gotta let it idle for 5 minutes. So we'll just come back in 5 minutes. Stand by. Well, I went ahead and I placed this underneath my awning here. So it's a little bit louder because this kind of makes noise, you know, it kind of reverberates a little. But anyway, besides that, what I'm going to do is I have a 2020 Coachman Beyond Class B motorhome. And I have a 12-volt air conditioner. And a really cool thing on the inverter on my Coachman here is I can adjust how many amps circuit I'm plugging into. So if I'm plugging into a 30 amp outlet, I can pull all 30 amps. It actually pulls 80%. So if I plugged it into a 30 amp outlet, it would pull 80% of 30. I can adjust it in 5 amp increments down to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And at 5 amp setting, it's going to pull 4 amps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my RV to that little tiny generator. And I have it set inside the RV to 5 amps, so it's going to pull about a half a load on this. In the meantime, that half a load will be charging my batteries, because my air conditioner runs on batteries. It doesn't go through the inverter and everything. So by having it charge the batteries, I'll be able to run my air conditioner and use this to keep my batteries charged. It's not going to be a complete charge because it's a small generator, but it'll let me run my air conditioner about 50% longer than if I didn't have that. So I'm going to plug it in now and see what happens. Now I am. Alright. Okay, so I have my adapter here. It's a 30 amp to 110 20 amp outlet. So we're going to plug it in. Go inside the coach and see what it looks like. I have it set at 5 amps, and let me go over here for a second. Look, here, watch that box right here. Don't trip on that. I'm gonna open this cabinet up. This is my lithium, my Li3 control panel, and you can see right there I'm pulling in 38 amps right now. That's 38 amps DC. And that's okay. My solar panels are putting in 10 amps. So I turn off my solar panels. You'll see it drops down to 26. Now my coach is always going to be using some power as it is, about 5 to 7 amps. So you can see right there I'm making 26. I'll turn my solar panels back on. They're going to go through their little boot up process. There we go. Now I'm up to 37. And here's the test. Watch this. I come to my control panel here. I set my temperature to 72 and I hit cool. And there's my air conditioner firing up. I'm plus 36 right now. And now I'm negative 13 so far, negative 5, negative 3. Okay, compressor's kicking in. Should be compressing in right now. Okay, let me increase the fan a little bit. Okay, my air conditioner's running right now, 90% fan, which is pretty good. And I'm drawing off of my battery bank 25 amps. Maybe 28, 30. Okay, it's kind of going up a little bit. So normally it'll run 60 amps or so. Okay, it's just building up its load right now. Okay, so about 35 to 37 amps I'm taking out of my battery pack. I got 600 amp hours available, so that little generator will let me run my air conditioner for probably about 70% longer than if I didn't have it. So I'm going to turn the air conditioner back off, and we should see that become a positive figure now. Okay, the air conditioner's shutting down. It just turned off. There we go, and I'm back positive 31, 32 amps right now. So there it is. Let's go back outside. Okay, so with that little tiny generator right there that weighs like 20 pounds, I can go to Key West and I can boondock down there. I can run my air conditioner longer than if I just use solar panels. I mean, it's like having an extra. Well, since the way I have it toned down, I could bump that up, but I'd be maxing it out. I could change my setting to 10 amps, which would pull 8 off of that, which would be fully loaded, and I wouldn't want to do that. So, but as it is, I'm using about half of it. It's like adding an extra 600 watts of solar panels. So there it is, just a little bit of weight to carry. When I go to travel with it, I'll drain all the gas out of it, use all the gas up out of it so there's no gas fumes, and I'll put it in a Tupperware box or a Ziploc bag or something. It's so small. Or I might just make me a little platform right here, a board that I can just sit it back here. But it's so small that I can do that with it. And another cool thing about it is it's not a Honda. It doesn't have that want to be stolen look to it. I know somebody would still probably steal it, but if it was a red Honda, they would take it in a heartbeat. I'm actually going to spray paint that some crappy looking paint job. So if somebody does steal it, they'll have a crappy looking generator and maybe I'll spot it easier. But there it is, my little Sportsman 1000 generator. If you got any questions, just put a comment in there and I'll see what I can do for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.